Good afternoon. I'm off on another walk. I'm going to call these rambling rambles because I'm walking and I'm going to ramble. So look at this beautiful view. It's the Sea Life Centre in Scarborough. It's so lovely and quiet. So, my thoughts. I don't know about you, but when I go for a walk, I just find myself thinking really random thoughts, and something that I've been talking to lots of people about recently, and it's something I've had myself, is in my last video I was talking about goal setting, how to achieve your goals. But what if you don't have a goal? And this can happen for lots of reasons. So if you're like me, I've probably lived my whole life going from one goal to the next because I love having something to aim at. It keeps me focused. I really enjoy the process of working towards something. But then sometimes you can come to a point where you don't really know what you want. You haven't got a specific thing that you're aiming at. And if you have always been quite goal orientated, this can seem quite distressing actually. So I feel like if you've been a student and you're working really hard towards your qualifications and then that finishes and you're not really sure where you want to go, or if you've had quite specific career or business goals that you've achieved and then you're not really sure what to do next, or from a sports point of view, you might have been aiming towards a specific event and then find that that's either achieved or life has turned you in another direction and you're not really sure where to go next. So what do you do when you haven't got a goal, but you kind of want to start working towards something? So my biggest tip when this happens is just work on yourself. So the reason being is that if you work on being the best version of yourself in every way while you're working towards your goals, when you actually have a goal that you want to aim for, you'll be in a really good place to start working towards that. So in reality, what does that look like? So I'm talking about not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. So if you don't know what to work for, you don't know what your goal is going to be, you don't know what your next direction is, and you may be just feeling a little bit lost in that feeling, why not just start generally working on your health? So this might just be seeing what you can do to improve your nutrition or your water intake. It could be setting yourself like a mental toughness challenge like the 75 hard, something like that, or just setting yourself your own little challenges to do each day. It could be working on your fitness. So this could be just heading to the gym or trying some different classes that you've maybe not done before. It could be going out running, it could be just taking up a new activity that you just think will be fun, because I think when you haven't got a specific goal that you're aiming for, why not just do some things purely for fun, just for no real reason? So take it as an opportunity to try something completely different that you've maybe not had time to do when you were really pushing towards your goals. You may just have not had time to do things just for fun, and I actually think that's really important, because when you're enjoying yourself and you get in the flow of doing something just for fun, that's probably when you'll get like an idea of something that you would like to do. So nutrition, setting yourself some just enjoyment goals. Just find something that you just want to do for fun with no expectations. Working on your fitness. This could be something like maybe you've neglected your flexibility in the past, so you could maybe try some yoga, or you've been working towards a running goal, so why not work on some strength? Or like me, working on strength, had neglected my aerobic endurance. So, you know, you just try something different, something that you feel like you could benefit from working on. And then why not just sign up for a course? So maybe you think about something, it doesn't have to be career or business orientated, it doesn't have to be towards your personal goals. is there something you would just like to learn more about? Now, I've done loads of courses like this off places like Centre of Excellence or the Allison website, where you can get really affordable courses and just learn something that keeps your brain engaged. And when you're absorbed in doing these things to better yourself, that's when the next big download will come. That's when the next big idea will come. And it may throw you in a completely different direction than you were going in before. And it's something that if you didn't give yourself the time and space to work on self-improvement, that you may not have got this idea of this new thing that you want to work towards, either in your personal life, your sporting life, or your business life. So I think it's good to acknowledge sometimes maybe you don't have a big goal right now, and that's okay. Like, I think sometimes if we're drifting, people think we're like falling behind. You're not falling behind. Drifting's sometimes really good. If you've been working really hard towards a goal and you've achieved it or decided it wasn't for you anymore, sometimes you just need a little break. A little break to reset, rethink, give yourself some space and time to decide what's next. And this kind of drifting phase, I think it's actually quite important. If we never actually really stop, then how do you know what's really important to you? And it's very easy to get caught up on the goal chain where you're constantly running towards a new goal and you never actually step back and think, well, what is actually really important to me right now? And don't get me wrong, I love chasing goals. I absolutely do. But I have had periods of time in my life where those goals haven't been right in front of me. I've not really been quite sure. But the one thing you can always do is just work on yourself. And then what happens is when that big idea, that big goal comes into place, you'll be in such a good position to get going with it. You'll be several steps ahead of if you'd just sat and waited, because you've been actively getting educated, getting fitter, working on your mindset, doing all those things that make you better able to cope when the big challenges come up. So that's my little download of what I've been thinking about on today's walk. So if you found that useful, or if you resonate with it, do pop a comment in or give me a like or an emoji. Yeah, tell me what your experience is. What would you work on if you're not working specifically towards a goal? Yeah, let me know.